Seventh-day Adventists are not the only ones that believe that the Sabbath is a creation ordinance. Let me read you a statement from an evangelical scholar. His name is Henry Morris. I'll be saying a little bit more about him a little bit later. Notice what he says. This is in the book Biblical Creationism, page 62. The Lord himself had worked 6 days, then rested on the seventh, setting thereby a permanent pattern for the benefit of mankind. What did God do? What did Jesus do when he created the week? He established a permanent what? A permanent pattern for man to follow the same process or procedure as God. So let me ask you, did the Sabbath then become a sign of God the Creator for man? The fourth commandment says yes, because the motivation for keeping the Sabbath is because of creation. So as soon as the first week ended, Jesus says to man, now you're going to work 6, and the next seventh day you're going to come and we're going to keep the Sabbath the way you saw me keep this first Sabbath. And in this way, from then on, you are going to remember that I am the Creator. The Sabbath will be the sign that I am the Creator. And you will remember it from then on. Incidentally, that's the reason why the fourth commandment begins by saying, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. In fact, the Bible tells us that the Sabbath is a sign between God and His people. And I want you to remember this because we're going to come back to it in later lectures. Exodus 31 and verse 17. Exodus chapter 31 and verse 17. God says, it is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. You say, well, that was for the children of Israel. But do you know that the New Testament says that those who are Christ's are Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise? You can read it in Galatians chapter 3, verse 29. If you are Christ, you're Abraham's seed. If you're Christ, you are Israel. And so it says, it is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. And then it says, he says why it's a sign. Notice, for, that is because, in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day He rested and was what? He rested and was refreshed. So let me ask you, was the Sabbath a creation institution? It most certainly was a creation institution. It predates the Jews. It has nothing to do in its original intention with redemption at the cross. Because the Sabbath was created in a perfect world. It has nothing to do with redemption with the cross in its original intention. Later it takes on a secondary function. But from the beginning, it points towards creation. So the first angel's message, when it tells us to worship the Creator, is sending us back to Genesis, and we notice that the sign of the Creator is the observance of the seventh-day Sabbath. Now allow me to read you a few other statements, amazing statements from Henry Morris, who is an evangelical scholar. By the way, he passed away in 2006. He was a staunch defender of a 6-day literal creation, and he was the founder of the Institution for Creation Research in San Diego, California. Notice what he says. Biblical Creationism, pages 61 and 62. The observance of the Sabbath day, that is rest day, was not instituted by this commandment. That is by the fourth commandment. He says the Sabbath was not instituted by the fourth commandment.